In this video, I'm going to be sharing all the arrowheads that I have found this summer. Now, I'm going to go ahead and open this video by saying that I am not an expert, I am not an archaeologist, so please just excuse my lack of knowledge in this area. I'm just a guy that from time to time I find these things. And like I said, I don't go out searching for them. I don't have time for that. If I see one laying down, then I will pick it up. What you see here are not arrowheads. These are actually just pieces of flint and chert that I find where I work from time to time. Like this big nice piece of flint here. Very thick and fat. I have pieces as big as softballs that I have found where I work right now. But like I said, this is just a hobby, if you want to call it that. I really wouldn't even consider myself a person that's a hobbyist when it comes to collecting these, because I don't go out and I don't go search for them. There are far better videos out there over people collecting and going out and actually searching for arrowheads, and I highly recommend that you go look at those videos, because those guys have some spectacular finds. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this video up with some partials, and then almost completes, and then all the way up to complete arrowheads that I found. I'm going to open up this show and tell with the partial arrowheads that I found. Now, this piece is obviously the point of an arrowhead, and the lower portion is missing. As you can see here, it's been broken off. I'm not sure if a piece of farm equipment or it got slammed up against a piece of rock or something and broke it off. Who knows? You can clearly see where it was napped and made along the edges here. Very nice piece. Very nice piece. Very good piece. Okay. Now, this is the lower portion, obviously, of an arrowhead. I have no idea what kind of stone this is. It's a very nice find. I wish that had the point. Just imagine how good that would look. Very nice. I don't think the partials receive as much love as the complete ones, but they should, because these are all part of history, and they're fun to collect. Okay. This guy, obviously, is the lower portion of an arrowhead as well. Now, I really would like to have had the full, complete arrowhead to this one. Look at that. Very nice. Only the tip portion is missing. Right about in here. Okay, moving right along to the more complete ones. Now this one has an extremely interesting shape. I mean, I don't even know what to call this type. I'd never even really seen one like that. I'm not sure, but I think some people refer to this as a turkey's tail or something. This portion. Only the tip of this guy, the very tip, is missing. Very nice. Okay, this guy, leaf-shaped, as you can tell. Only the bottom portion down here is missing. The point is pretty much intact though. Sharp around the edges, kind of a pointy tip, almost pointy. Still kind of sharp feeling, although it looks rounded. This is sharp. Alright, moving right along to the more complete ones. Now, before you say this is not a complete one, my friend Bryce tells me that no, actually this is a complete arrowhead. He said that the earlier ones did not have that bottom with those flares on it, where you actually fix it to a spear shaft, or an arrow shaft rather. As you can tell, it's complete. It has the tip. Now this down here, you can tell it's been napped. I guess that's what they call it then, I don't know. But you can tell it's napped. And he said that it would actually fix the earlier ones like that down into the shaft. It was only later that they started doing things like this at the bottom. At least that's what he tells me. Like I said, I'm not an expert. But my friend is somewhat of an expert on these. And he tells me that this is actually a complete one. And it's probably 1,000 years old, if not older than that. Okay, moving right along. Now this one was kind of a gorgeous find. It's got a red hue to it. Now obviously the tip is missing a little bit right there, but it's almost perfect. Almost. That portion right there is missing. It's, you know, got some kind of white color mixed in with it, and it's mostly, like I said, sort of a red colored arrowhead. I've never really seen one like this. Well, actually I did when I was younger, when I had my collection that I left to my brother, but this is a very nice find. Okay, and this guy right here, fairly complete in my opinion. I think this is a nice find. I'm not sure, but I think I've heard this referred to before as a turkey's tail. I'm sure the real collectors out there will eat me up for saying that. I have no idea what it's called. This is sort of unique looking. I actually have found 4 more arrowheads, but I gave them to some friends who are not from this country. They have never seen them before, and in one day, in about a 2-hour period, I found 4 arrowheads in the same spot. And 2 of them were complete and 2 of them were partials, and I gave those to the guys that I work with as gifts and good luck pieces. But anyway, this is a unique find. Okay, and here is another complete one, or at least almost perfect. I think maybe something might be missing right there, but the point is intact. It's a very nice find. But anyway, that is pretty much my collection that I have found this year only, this summer only, not accumulation over my life. If I had the collection I did when I was a child, it would be a large one, trust me. And I'm not a professional. There are far better arrowhead videos out there than this one. You should probably check those out on YouTube. Oh yeah, one more before I forget. This guy here, I believe to be the top portion of a spear. This was a large one. The whole bottom portion of this thing has been broken off. You can clearly tell where this thing has been napped and worked by someone eons ago. The tip is the only thing missing. And I don't even know what kind of stone this is. I assume this is flint. I'm not even sure. It's not a complete one, but I thought I'd throw it in because I believe this one to be extremely large at one time. It's very thick. It's very rugged. I believe it was a spear instead of an arrowhead.